What's up guys, Tim here, and this past couple weeks I've been pretty busy, which is awesome because that just means I have a ton of good stuff that I can show you guys. Really excited about that. Last week we did an engagement session with Lauren and John. I put together a highlight video for that, so if you haven't seen it, check it out. But I also did some behind the scenes footage for that engagement session, which you'll get to see in this video. Before we get into it, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and follow me on Facebook and Instagram. And here it is. So right now we are outside of the building at Monmouth University, which is where they met for the first time in a classroom, which will be in just a few minutes. And the nice thing about this place is it has meaning to their story. A lot of times when we're choosing locations for where we're going to be doing an engagement session, I prefer to have some sort of meaning to their love story, whether it be where they met or where the proposal happened or something along those lines, because I feel like it adds to their story when they get their pictures back. And so right now we're working with lighting to do something a little bit creative, which you'll see in just a second. And now we are in the classroom where they met for the first time. And with this, it's a little bit more difficult. The lighting is not perfectly even, but I feel like it made for an interesting shot. And I tried to make this feel more candid, but the whole time we're having fun with it.
You look good. John, you're looking at Lauren? I am. All right. That's right.
And so now we've moved into Wilson Hall, which is on the Monmouth University campus. And this room here is a really interesting place to get shots in. The way that I chose to do it for this one was I set it up as a silhouette, so I set them up in the doorway, and this way you have them standing out with all the texture in the ceiling and the light fixtures and all those things, and I'm super happy with how those came out. This one a little bit similar, just put them in the doorway, but wanted to do something a little bit different, and yeah.
I want your hands to kind of be on his chest a little bit. Yeah, you guys are looking right towards each other.
And for this one, we are set up within one of the other doorways, with one of the door closed. It has this really cool design on it, which is going to come out really interesting in the pictures. And then the way the lighting is coming in from behind them is going to make it even better. And so all I'm doing is I'm setting them up and positioning them where I want them within the environment. And then from there, I really am just letting them be themselves and focus on each other, because in my opinion, it's not about me, it's about the two of them. So now we've kept them in the same position. All I've done is switch to the other side to have the lighting coming directly towards them instead of from behind them. And it is going to make for a completely different picture, but still just as nice, just in a different way. And so same thing, I'm just kind of putting them where I need them. I need the lighting a little bit more on her face, so I'll have her turn towards me. And I want it to feel a little bit more playful, like it's just the two of them, and I just happen to be capturing these as we're going along. back inside of that room, and now we have an off-camera flash set off on the side. And what I'm trying to do is turn down the lighting within the room that's coming from the room and make them stand out. You guys will see in just a few seconds.
We are so close. It's like right there. So Lauren, what I'm gonna have you do is look off towards Christine. Perfect, just like that.
And so I like how that came out, but what I want to do is turn them just a little bit so that there's a little bit more lighting. And so a lot of this is putting them where I know that I want them, and then a little bit of trial and error and to make sure that everything comes out absolutely perfect and exactly how I imagined it was going to come out in my head when I was imagining it.
I'm gonna have you guys rotate your bodies just a little bit. That way. Perfect. Perfect. There we go. Good. We're gonna do that one more time. Give her a kiss on the right on the side of the head.
So now we are outside of the building, and it has this really nice garden area towards the back, which is going to be really nice for us to use as a backdrop. So you also have this lighting coming through the trees that is hitting just the tops of their heads, creating this kind of halo effect, which is coming out really nice as well.
Little kiss right on the side of the temple. You got this, John. You got it right there. Good. Perfect. And then just rest your forehead right on hers. And oh yeah, this is in black and white. You better.
So with this, anytime I have them really close to each other, the one thing I don't want to do is have one of their faces hiding too much. So we had to bring him out just a little bit on that one.
There we go.
So these couple of shots were taken at a really low angle with a wider lens. I want to get as much of these columns as I possibly can, and then just make them stand out.
Going for a kiss?
So these were a few more shots that we got throughout the session that weren't caught on the behind the scenes footage. The idea is for each location that we choose, I kind of have a pretty good idea of what it is that I'm looking to get. And then as soon as I get that shot, we're just going to move on to the next location to change it up and make things a little bit different, get a different angle, or go into a different room or whatever it might be. So that the entire time we're kind of keeping things moving and making things interesting in just this small area that we're in. The whole session maybe lasted for about an hour and a half, but if you keep it moving, you can do a lot in just a little bit amount of time. And that pretty much wraps it up for this video. I'll have even more stuff like this coming out in the coming weeks, so make sure if you haven't subscribed already, you do that. If you like the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. And if there's something that you're looking forward to seeing, make sure you comment below. Also follow me on Facebook and Instagram at WeddingPhotoNJ. See you guys in the next one.